This is perfect.
I sound so dizzy. Hello? Can you hear me?
Is this how I actually sound?
So, since we're talking about our mom's unique ways of punishing us, one time when I was like 4, my mom and I were driving to Iowa to go to my grandparents' house, and it was like a 3-hour drive. Actually, I think I was like 3, maybe I was 4, I don't remember. But I was being a brat, and my mom was like, "Hey, if you don't chill out, I'm gonna take you to the orphanage." And I didn't chill out. And so she pulled over in a cornfield of an abandoned barn and said, "This is the orphanage, get out of the car." And she made me, a 4-year-old girl, get out of the car and stand in front of the orphanage. It wasn't a real orphanage, it was an abandoned barn. And then she drove away. But she came right back and then said, "Okay, I'm willing to give you another chance if you get back in the car and calm down." And so I did, because I didn't want to go to the abandoned barn orphanage. One time when I worked at Starbucks, a guy pulled up after a really long drive-through line, and I said, "Hello, sir, welcome to Starbucks, what can I get you today?" And he did not answer, and I realized his window was up. So I tried to speak louder multiple times, and he still did not answer, so I helped the person at the window. And then he decided to roll his window down and say, "Hello, welcome to Starbucks, what can I get you today?" And I said, "I'm sorry, sir, I'll be right with you." And he said, "Oh yeah, I already waited 15 minutes, what's 5 more?" And I said, "Sir, you had your window up, I tried to tell you, I will be right with you." And he yelled at me.
Hello? Hello? Am I the only one in here? Please.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
So I was doing some laundry. I left my headphones in my pocket. These are now my headphones. I think if I hold them like this, they still work. Can you hear me?
Roxanne, she when you was looking at me and we was thinking, whoa, renegade.
So, when I was in 3rd grade, our teacher would, if she found out you were passing notes, she would read them out loud in front of the class. And this boy kept asking me out every day in notes, and I kept saying no, but I was so scared that she was going to read them out loud. So I started skipping school. And I skipped school so much that, not skipping school, I would fake sick. And I would stay home. And it got to a point where my mom was worried about me. And so she took me to the doctor, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me, so they just treated me for a bladder infection, and I was fine.
From ages of 20 to 22, I had two kleptomaniac roommates who thought it was weird that I didn't steal, so they taught me how to steal things, and then I got overly ambitious one day, and I stole a Fitbit from a Target, and it was so awesome because I didn't get caught for it. There was no repercussions, but then I lost the charger, and the Fitbit died, so I went back to the same Target like an idiot, and I tried to steal another Fitbit, but it didn't work this time. I was walking out the store and someone came up behind me and said, "Ma'am, I think you stole something." And I was like, "Nah, I'm good." And they're like, "Ma'am, you definitely stole something." And then someone grabbed me and I could technically sue Target for that, but I don't care. Anyways, I went to the little room. I gave them back the Fitbit. They told them I was in trouble. And I was like, whatever. They sent me a letter in the mail months later saying I was in trouble. And I said, like, whatever, did nothing. And now it's years later and I've had zero repercussions.
So when I was little, my mom took me and my brother to the local pool. I was 12, he was 4. So while my mom and I sunbathed, he played in the kiddie pool. When all of a sudden he comes up to us and says, "Mommy, I gotta go pee-pee." And instead of taking him to the bathroom, my mom said, "Go pee-pee in the pool." Shame on you, Carolyn. We continued to lay out in the sun until all of a sudden we hear everyone scream, "Oh my God, some kid's peeing in the kiddie pool." Torian didn't understand, and he went over to the kiddie pool, pulled down his pants, and pee-peed like he was peeing in the toilet. But my mom is clever, and she pretended like she didn't know whose kid it was. And we never went back to that pool again.
I was looking at her, she was looking at me, and I was thinking, whoa, 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 go to Marcus, go to
I was looking at you when you were looking at me, and we was thinking, woo, 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 woo. Go to Marcus, go to Marcus.
So when I was 5, I was in kindergarten, and we had weekly jobs, and mine was the line leader, and my crush was supposed to be my caboose, but he was sick, so he couldn't be my caboose, and I got really upset, so I hid in a cubby, and then my school went on lockdown because they couldn't find me, and then they called my mom and said, "Your daughter's missing," and then the substitute teacher found me in the cubby, and he said, "Are they looking for you?" And I said, "Yes."
I was looking at you and you was looking at me, and we was thinking, well.
Holy shit, what the hell is wrong with you? Turn that off, I can't even fucking see. Oh my God, that's illegal, the cops. Oh my.
L is for the loneliness I feel. O is overthinking everything. V is very, very sad and depressed. And E is every night I cry myself to sleep.
I went to a Christian school, so I don't know if they made y'all do this, but whenever one of us had to pee and we would go on bathroom breaks, there would be one kid washing their hands and one kid taking a piss. And so I was washing my hands as a good Jesus child does, and I look to my right and I see this kid whip out his penis. I didn't know what a penis was. And I go up to him, I tap his shoulder, and I say, "Why are you stuffing tiny sausages in your pants?" And he says he doesn't know because it's attached to him, I guess. And then I got scared and I told my teacher that he was hiding baby sausages in his pants.